Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. We were off for a few days there, and actually, guys, I'm thinking about doing more of a weekly reading as opposed to daily. Maybe I'll still do the little dailies, but I think I'm going to do... Wow, these cards are kind of... Oh, that's why. I think I'm going to do a weekly, more in-depth reading, and I'll start it out here, and we'll finish it up on YouTube. So you guys tell me what you think. I feel like these short ones, I just get going and then it ends. So maybe we'll try that. Anyway, I hope you had a good weekend. I had a 3-day weekend, which was kind of nice. But I visited with my cousins on Friday. Hadn't seen them in a long time. And that was really, really special for me. We do that every so often. There was 30 of us this time. I think it started out with 10. So, yeah, we have people come in from out of town and everything. It was really, really beautiful. All right, let's get the energies for today. Energies for today. Energies for today. All right, my cards are being a little weird. There we go. The Hanged Man in reverse. That's weird. Not wanting to see things from a different perspective, right? Just kind of stuck in your ways. Just having that my way or the highway. Not really wanting to see things from a different perspective. Kind of selfish, right? Maybe having a little bit of that victim mentality. But that's okay, because we're human, right? So sometimes we have to have that. Sometimes we have that. I'll tell you what, I was in a deck and walk thing yesterday, and all the rest of the reading came out. Sorry, I'm saying them again. I'm going to try to work on that. I had, it came to my turn, and we were talking about the 8, 9, and 10 of swords, and I got so emotional that I could barely talk, and I cannot tell you why. Like, I didn't feel like I was sad about anything, and then later on I was reflecting, and the way I had interpreted the cards was kind of questioning your belief systems, and then deciding what's yours, what you're going to keep, what you're going to throw away. And then the 10, finally the death of the old self, right? And I think what I was feeling was grief. I think it was an intense grief that I had never experienced in that way before, so it's kind of weird. But anyway, the moon, right? So more will be revealed, knowing that there's more to the story than what is happening. I have been kind of thinking about doing something different with everything, right? So I've been going to school, and I've had this plan and this path for 4 years now, and I'm trying to decide if if it's still the same path that I want, right? Because after 4 years, I'm a different person. I'm not the same person I was when I made the plan. So trying to decide, is this still what I want? And if not, then what is? Right? We're not really sure. To the Emperor, so that leadership quality, right? And the respect, right? So father figure. This is the guy who can plan, right, ahead of time. Now, it's not a Taurus card. I do believe it's an Aries card, but he's got the whole world in his hands. He's regulating it, right? It's not overtaking him and the Ankh. So I can't remember what the Ankh means, like specifically, and I don't want to butcher it, so I'm not going to say. But then we have his Ram is just perfectly regulated in front of him, right? Has no problem submitting to the Emperor. And the mountains behind him, I don't know. I didn't really notice the mountains behind him, but he's climbed the mountain, right? And now he's conquered it. But a really good leader, right? Really, really good leader. And then the 8 of Wands, so something that's moving really fast. Something that is changing, but changes quickly, right? This could also mean travel. It could mean that news is coming in really fast. So that might mean like email and text as opposed to snail mail. But there's some quick changes, quick messages, quick things coming in. So maybe what I'm seeing is as things are revealed, the message is coming quicker, right? But let's ask for the and then seeing things from a selfish perspective, right? Which is what we have to do when we're deciding our next steps. I spent my whole life doing what was best for everyone else. And when you finally get selfish and decide what's best for you, some people don't really like that, right? Some people just don't really like that. But let's get the advice for today. Got the Wheel of Fortune on its side. So the Wheel of Fortune, the upright, is, no matter what, things are going to change. Good fortune, whatever. But the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is bad luck, right? Stuck in a rut, that kind of thing. So this is good luck. This is bad luck. I believe with it being on its side and it's saying that there is no good luck or bad luck, that you make your own luck, right? You can make your own luck. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, what you decide, sorry about that glare. I'm trying to, maybe I can lift it up a little bit. Anyway, you make your own luck. So putting yourself in a position to be lucky, right? Networking has been a big theme in my life lately, and I just try to network the best I can. And I do have a vast network. I always think, like, I get in these depression moments where I'm thinking I have no friends, there's nothing, I da-da-da-da. And then I really start to think about it, and I realize my network is so big. It's so big. We just have to realize it. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. This would be the self-sufficient, right? Logical, honest, and she rules herself. She doesn't let the thoughts and words take over her mind. She's and the sword is pointing up, which is always a good thing, right? She's thinking about herself in a positive way. She's willing to receive whatever it is she needs to receive, because queens are feminine energy, and that's that receiving energy. Her hand is open. She's a good receiver. So back when I started my spiritual journey, of course, it was very difficult for a lot of people to receive. And so we used to tell each other all the time, be a good receiver, be a good receiver. So I feel like that's someone who can say thank you to a compliment. I like that. There's a level of confidence there that I love for us. And we don't always have it, right? We might sit there for a minute and then we come back down and we go back up and we come back down. That's okay, because we're human. This might help is the lightning bolt. I feel like that's the Tower. I'm sure it's the Tower, actually. So we have to have the Tower, right? So a lot of people are kind of afraid of the Tower, and I kind of love it, because it just means that new things are coming. And there is a paradigm, 4 paradigms, actually. We were talking about this yesterday. Who was I talking to this about? It had to have been my group on Circle with Scorched Earth Tarot. Her name is Carrie. I believe she said the crumbling down, I think it was her. I can't remember. I'm really trying to think of who it was, but it doesn't matter because the message is the same. In order for a paradigm, it wasn't her. It was at my sound bath. It was this gentleman named JP. In order for a paradigm to change, you can't build on top of what's there. You have to make it crumble and build something new. You can't really improve it. And I feel like that's kind of where the world is today, right? Where everything's kind of crumbling, and I'm okay with it because I know that something better is coming in the background there, right? Here we go with the again. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to work on that. We have the lightning bolt here, so this might help. Lightning is a destructive force of nature that lights fires and splits trees apart. Yet lightning is also electricity, which when harnessed can be a productive force of great benefit. In the tarot, Epiphany strikes the Tower in the form of lightning, destroying illusions and a blinding flash of light. Meanwhile, the magician channels the same force towards a goal. Lightning is the muse, divine inspiration. Are you able to harness it, or will the fear tear you apart? The lightning bolt is a powerful catalyst. Make sure you can channel the strike productively when it comes down. Sheltering in a tower of denial will only bring destruction. As I clarify, the lightning bolt will land on a card that is going to bring great change. And that was the Wheel of Fortune. It's going to bring great change. Necessary destruction or separation to your life. Alternatively, it may land on a card that represents a situation that will be disrupted by a sudden revelatory force. So at the end of the day, the lightning bolt and the Tower, all they're doing is bringing great change that's unexpected. That's it. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be bad. It just is. It's just a big change. So keep that in mind, you guys. Big changes are on the horizon. Receive the changes as they come, and more will be revealed. Approach it like a leader. Be a little selfish, and know that when you do decide, it's going to come in quick. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. You take care. We'll chat tomorrow.